Today I'm looking at Let It Roll by George Harrison from his incredible All Things Must Pass album, and the full title being The Ballad of Sir Frankie Crisp, Let It Roll. So I'm just going to get right into this one, okay? It's a pretty easy tune to play, but it does have a few rhythmic variations, which I'll talk about. So first up, we have a standard G chord. And from there, we're going to move the second finger to the second fret on the sixth string, and your ring finger to the second fret on the first string. And that is technically a type of F sharp minor seventh. And then we're going to move to a standard E minor. So we've got G, F sharp minor seventh, and then E minor. And we are going to play it like this. Now the strumming pattern on that is down, down, up, down, up for each of the chord changes, okay? But the easy way to look at this is emphasize the bass notes of each chord with the downstrokes, and then emphasize the higher notes of each chord with the upstrokes. And of course, the song kicks off with that. That's the first thing we hear. And then the drums kick in, the band comes in. It's a big Spectre production, right? But you hear this real cool 2/4 backbeat. Just a real straight 2/4 backbeat. So you want to change your rhythm playing to capture that, okay? That's a definite little feel in the song that's cool to wrap your head around. So what I'm doing there is down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Once again, emphasizing those bass notes and then kind of swinging down, creating that 2 and 4 feel. So if we put those two feels together, this is what we have. Pretty nice back to back like that. And you'll hear that great piano lick in there. That's kind of cool. I like to add that on guitar an octave lower with a few open strings in there, and it will sound like this. I think that's kind of sweet to add in there if you want to do that. And how I'm playing that is I'm using my ring finger on the 4th fret on the D string, but I'm playing the D and the G string together. Then it's the open G and B string. Then stay with the G and the B string, but fret the 2nd fret on the G string. Then back off, and right back to where we started. So we have... That's kind of a cool thing to add in there. I like adding little keyboard parts and things. Sometimes it sounds really nice, especially on solo acoustic guitar. And then we are into the verse, of course, and the first chord up is a D major. Then we're going to move to G. We're going to walk the bass note, which I'll talk about in a second, into an E minor chord. But the rhythm is a little bit different here. You kind of hear the drums doing this pattern. So we want to capture a little bit of that if we can. So it's down, down, up, down, down, up, 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 down, up, down. Down, down, up, down, down, up, 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 down, up, down. That's kind of nice, especially if you really put the accents in there. So what's happening there is we're playing that rhythm for the D chord, of course. And then the G chord. Right there on that downstroke, capture that bass note at the second fret. Leave your fingers intact for the G chord, but just drop off the second finger and go to the second fret on the 6th string. Right there. And then we're moving to an A sus, an A suspended 4 chord. And the strumming pattern is just going to be down, down, up, down, down, up. And then slip your finger back over for the full A chord. So we're going to stay with that down, down, up strumming pattern now for a bit. See that I went back to the previous rhythm pattern on those last 2 chords. But let's talk about those chords. So after we've played the A sus to the A, stay with the A, and we're going to start the next round of chords. So again, it's down, down, up for this section, okay? So we're going to move from A to F sharp minor, to B minor, and we drop off the root of the chord to the open A string. And a good idea is to bring this finger down so you can still keep the full B minor chord in there. And that's going to happen at the tail end of that strumming pattern. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. That's where you want to put that. And, you know, emphasize those bass notes, really bring them out. And then we're going to go back to the G chord. To an F sharp dominant 7th. And hitting that G chord, landing that G chord is where I went back to that previous rhythm. You want to bring that back in because it's pretty prevalent in the track. So now we have the full breath of this thing is pretty nice song, very sweet. And then we go back to the intro. And we go through all of that again. But every other verse, when you finish every other verse, instead of going back to the intro with the G down to the E minor, he goes back to B minor. So once again, when you get to the end of the verse where you're playing the like I say, he does that every other time. So just going over that quickly, a B minor with that same, down, down, up, down, up. The same idea that you played right out the gate, where you're emphasizing the bass notes with the downstrokes and the higher strings with the upstrokes. Then he goes back to G. So again, he does that every other verse. And that is the song. It's just another great tune from George Harrison. I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson, and all the best to everyone.